So right now, Kohaku's group have infiltrated the village with the help of Amaryllis. So now, Senku's group is going to use part of a copper, which of course, knowing of how, they're going to use a new type, a device that can actually be used in spy movies. For example, how they're going to use the parts to create a cell phone, which they use to create walkie-talkies. So now they have a walkie-talkie in place. So they can communicate with each other, knowing of how they are actually have a clever way of communicating with each other. But we can tell from Kohaku that Jin telling her to pose a cute pose like Suika, but when she did, she mustered the courage to actually strike a pose, which she told Jin that she's going to make him pay her back for the humiliation in a scary way, knowing how they're actually knew that they actually going to figure out how they're going to find platinum, and which of course they actually went towards the village where they're on their way to meet the master, knowing of how an elderly lady helping them with posture and etiquette, knowing of how they're actually going to find a way to get towards the others. So Senku made a new device, which of course a drone, which is a RC car, knowing how they used all of the parts again to create one, which taking the form of a giant rat, which they're actually pretend to be terrified. So Kohaku and Amaryllis is actually distracting them, knowing how Jiro knew how they're going to write a letter, which in a backflash of seeing Kiro writing a letter, knowing how he actually knew how to write one to communicate without leaving the area. Only the problem is Jiro didn't actually learn it, which he said that is completely boring. So they are actually dumbfounded to see him didn't actually learn how to write a letter. So Kohaku, using parts of her dress and her finger, which using her blood to write the letter and send it back to the others, which they actually knew that they actually saw how her letter actually stands out, knowing how they've realized that it's a picture, but in a way that they've used. I mean, they actually asked for plastic, but we actually knew that there's a secret message saying that they have found platinum, which they have actually did found some. So now with that, they are going to use it to free the others who's actually pure return to stone and now strike back against the master. So we knew how this actually led to the final episode where the group finally has platinum. So with that, they still have a chance to save their friends who was turned to stone. So now we're going to see what's going to happen on the final episode next weekend. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page and Twitch. Until then, this is Anime God running here saying signing out. Laters and be safe.